Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of September. I have done already a bit of a call to action for you. I've already done a monthly reading for the general reading for everybody. Quite an amazing month, September. Very, very changing. There's loads of things going on. Really a beautiful message in that. You'll see it. It will be linked somewhere around here. You may want to go and have a look at that before you actually watch this, because it will help you to understand this reading a little bit more. But yeah, September seems to be an amazing time. This is going to be a reading for you for that September period. So we've got the first week, second week, third week and fourth week. These are the karmic messages according to your relationship side, oops a daisy, and according to your financial and business side of life. And this is the overall energies that are coming through you. So, is it a bit of a call to action? Most people have been getting that sort of thing. Although the Knight of Wands wasn't, the Knight of Swords wasn't in the general reading, it seems to coming out a lot in the personal readings. Let's just see what the overall energy is going on. Oh, this seems to be really busy in week 3 and week 4. Very, almost preempted by yourselves. Week 2 is also very busy. I think it's almost in that preparation. And week 1 is, there's a lot going on there as well. And that was, I think it's basically what's going on in the first week may be that call of action for you to, and then getting it, and then going down that call of action in the second week. And then in the third, fourth week, is starting seeing the results of that action that you've put upon the world around you. Let's just see what's going on with the general energy here. Yeah, things can be difficult sometimes in life. That was the Hangman, which was in that position there in the general reading, I just thought I'd say. But the way you've done a lot of work, Aries. First things first, I really should say that you've done a lot of work in your emotional sort of side of life, and within your business sort of side over this last sort of like month and a half, 2 months, 3 months maybe. It's been really interesting to watch. It's been really encouraging, and I'm really happy for you. It's been beautiful. And this here is kind of saying, now allow your love or your happiness to actually be your guiding star for everything you do. A leap of faith. Well, that was down in that position there on the general reading. So I think this is a leap of faith. I think this is like that call of action that we were saying earlier on. The call of action that we were saying earlier on for you. You're going to have to let go of the old world in order to allow the new world to come in. And I think it's going to be a leap of faith, because I think it's going to be a leap of faith for everybody, because we're going to be in a situation that no one is experienced and no one can be an expert on. So all of a sudden, it's just going to ask every individual to step up to the plate, to pattern it up, as they say. Okay? That's a good friend of mine, Michael, would say. Right, let's just get into the first week. This is on your relationship side. This is family, I think, more than anything else. This is family and close friends. And it's coming to the end of the summer in the northern hemisphere, coming to the end of the winter in the southern hemisphere. And it's reigniting that sort of community factor, those friends, those, having a meal together, or just sitting around sitting around chatting, having a cup of tea or whatever it is. It seems to be a very community factor going on. Security, giving you, I think it's, okay, so this is, okay, thank you for the clarification there, by the way. It's giving you clarity, almost confidence within that family or that structure that you've made around you, your friends, your community, your family, but also in your couple. But it's a security through understanding and knowledge. He's got all those books behind him, and his security is not necessarily just financial, but as I say, I think it's to do with family, and that's what the wolf is all about. It's in the security and the whole global aspect of all your relationships, of being who you are, the position you're in, the connections you have with other people, and etc. There's a lot of confidence, and it oozes from you, and allow it to ooze so you can be that person who puts your arms around everybody that is in your vicinity, and making others feel secure and things like that. Let's see what's going on in the second week. This is maybe the realization of the call to action. As the dust settles from what happens in the first week, this is where Aries, you come into your own, where you'll be kind of going, right, in that case, folks, maybe we should all move in this sort of direction collectively. Maybe we should explore this connection that we have with one another. I just want to make sure. Yeah, the ideas week. This is a week of ideas through that understanding and knowledge, which is that books, which is also the King of Pentacles has behind him. It's through logical understanding, and there's no better with the logical understanding in how they put it and galvanize people, as Aries can do. They're really good at that. Once they get onto something and they've got to galvanize, or they've got to build the passion up in the people that are around them, you are very capable of doing that. And you could be one of those sort of leaders. But allowing those ideas to come through will be really good. Let's just see what's going on in the third week for you. This is where being part of the team is what you enjoy. It's also helping the kids come through, the younger generations coming through, being that person of wisdom. And it's almost as if like there's this hill to climb for everybody within society. This is the funny thing. And it's like looking after your tribe and sort of saying, okay, I'm on the hill, bring you up. And it's like a ladder. So, you go up next one, and you go up the next one, and then the next person then we help the next lot up. And it's like a caterpillar, almost like the Tour de France, the cyclists who go round with each other to help each other out, knocking out the headwind. And I think this is what you're going to be instigating, and this is your call to action, to help everybody to get to the top of that hill, to get to safety. It's not necessarily to safety, but certainly get moving on and getting a lot more out of your collective relationships. This is that idea of, before in my readings I was talking about that you are a pillar of your family and your friends and your community, but also at the same time you need to understand how to be action within your family, your friends and community. And this is the combining of the two sides, basically. Yeah, it's going on that journey, 9 of Wands, with those healthy boundaries. And those healthy boundaries come through the knowledge of your previous experiences, those books that we find in the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Those boundaries are kind of saying, well, look, if we do that, we'll be causing stress for Auntie May, or the kids won't get that opportunity. And it's those healthy boundaries to try and encourage everybody to be in a good place within the community that is around you. So not just accepting things at face value, actually having that discernment within you to sort of kind of say, no, we should do this, or maybe we can do it in this way. But it is standing up and being a bit of a leader going on. And it's, if you imagine, it's like she's, as I said, that's that first person in that ladder, as it were. And that healthy boundary is everybody's got to play their part. If you're not willing to play your part in the family, in the community, then, that's one of the boundaries you will not get across, because this family and this community here needs to be in a good place. So that's what I think it's going to go for you in those first 3 weeks. Let's see what's going on in your money side of life. In the first week here, there's success, but it's solid success. So it's not like a shooting star. It's more a case of harvest time, because you've worked hard, you've done the work to get there. It's been a longer road, and it gives you a lot more. You're going to start feeling that there's concrete success in what you're doing, long-term success in what you're doing. What did I say? It's the slowest night of the lot, and he's not actually going anywhere. He's planting seeds, and it's talking about that, planting seeds, harvesting, that long-term plan, that security over a longish period. That's what you're going to understand in this first week. So in regards to your job or your career path, your business or your projects, it's looking and cultivating and sowing those seeds for that longer plan for you. You're moving into you'll be moving into your summer season from Libra. I'll get there in a minute. From Libra, so I think it is recognizing that you're going to get the fruits from your labors of putting in that work that you've done in the past. Let's see what's going on in week 2. Plenty, feeding that plentifulness and bounty of your previous work is actually going to make you a very sort of popular person. People are going to kind of go, Aries has got it going on. All of a sudden they got a new car there, not necessarily they've got a Ferrari, because then that's almost they're untouchable, and you're very much more of a community sort of person, but you're getting it on. You seem to have everything that you need in a way. Do you know what? That wanted to come up early on. Just even earlier on when I looked at the bottom of the things, and I saw that coming on, and I think this is tied into the outside world in the way that you care for everybody around you. The changes that happen in the first week, and as you work for the long-term plan, you might realize that some people are not going to make it through, and you've got to. So let's just say, like, you're working in a job, you're working on an aspect of a job. You're doing this job, you're doing well. You've made some really good friends in your department, or you're in your sphere that is around you. You're doing so well that you're going to move on, and these people aren't, because you're doing well, which is a good thing. But it's going to maybe make you a little bit sort of, sort of like a bit stressed out for other people. In accordance to what is going on in the world around us, it may be a case of you're just worried about the longer term future, or the immediate future of what happens in the first week, but how it affects the long term plan. And I think maybe this week here is there's going to need to be a little bit readjustment of how you do things in your career path, in your job or your business, in order to adjust for the things that are going on in the outside world. Let's just see what's going on in the third week here. It seems to be like the instigation of an aspect of all these seeds that you're planting, all the possibilities for the long-term plan. There's one thing that you seem to be putting into place, and it seems to be about, again, it's like galvanizing people that are around you. So it could be encouraging, fellow workers or people within your business to really, enjoy the business, enjoy the job, and start creating more within that world. This third week here is all about that. It's almost like you've started something in the third week, and that pushes you into a position of notoriety. There's that call of action. Notoriety. Sorry, was it you or was it Sagittarius? I think it might have been you. Anyway, there is that call to action. I think this is where you're galvanizing people. It's like you're calling a lot of people to action, and I think this ties in with that 9 of Wands as well, because those healthy boundaries that will be in place, and it is that in this position in the general reading you had the 4 of Wands. So is that going through from one portal to another, and maybe this in the second week You'll realise that, and that may cause you a bit of stress and strain, that there is something that is going to be, that us collectively need to confront in the going future. And this could be financial or social, but whatever it is, it's going to affect a lot of people, pretty much everybody, in the way we work, in the way we connect with one another. And this may be that worry that's causing you for your family and your friends, or your business or your job, and etc. going forward. And then in the third week, you've got the call of action. Let's just see what happens in the fourth week and how it sort of accumulates and combines. You're going to be that honest, hard-working person. You work hard, Aries. You don't shirk work. You don't shirk work. It's quite a nice little phrase, that. You don't shirk work. So you do work hard, and I think it's almost you're leading by example. That's what it is. In the fourth week, you'll just find yourself leading by example, and this means on both sides. I think both on your relationship side and on your money side of life. So Knight of Wands. So we've got 3 knights there. Look at that. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. With the King of Pentacles down there. But that knight is it's really moving on, and you are going to be that passion and that trust and believe in yourself. I think is to do with that leap of faith. The Knight of Wands is being passionate and galvanizing those people, leading that passion on within your job, within your business, or within the community, within your relationships that are around you. Let's just see what the karmic message is for those relationships. Allow yourself to be a bit of a kid. Allow yourself to recognize that being a kid actually has a lot of value. We're seeing things with fresh eyes, keeping things simple. The KISS technique, and I think that with that confidence within you, in that first week, I think you're going to it's going to allow you to be that sort of, oh really, I didn't realise that, and realising the values in others, of being a kid, of sort of saying, oh thank you, I'm on, wow, you showed me that, wow, that's amazing. I think that's what it's all about. Queen of Wands, which is really good on the relationship side. I think this could be, you could be meeting someone who really means a lot to you, your soulmate or your twin flame. Concentrating like a kid concentrates on the here and now. They don't really think about the future, but concentrating on a little bit in the here and now. And when you're in that here and now, allowing that child to come out of you, absolutely beautiful, really. So be that curious, joyful child. I think is the karmic message for you. Let's just see what the karmic message is on the money and on your financial sort of side. There's a big difference between building an empire and being an emperor. And being an emperor is residing over an empire which has already been built. And it's like there's a transitional thing going on here, but you've got to have that emperorish aspect about that. Don't force people to listen to you. Lead by action. I think that's what comes up there as well. You're going to be. I think you're going to be providing loads of gifts, but the universe is your karmic message is for you to realise that you have everything that the universe has given you, every capacity within you can use, and within your jobs, within your business, within your projects, it's a case of using all your aspects in order to get the job done or get the business galvanized in a certain direction, or get your job really sort of like moving on in a way of not only providing good resources for yourself and good opportunities for yourself, but also other opportunities for the business that you're working in or the people that are around you. Whichever way it is, if you instigate it, it's going to provide a lot of opportunities within the business world that will become very obvious the moment you start moving on into it. So there you go, Aries. I will say you do have the Aries Astroflower book linked in the description below, along with lots of other links to do with the Astroflower. We also have a link to our sister channel, which is called Cymatic TV, which is all about energy. You will want to subscribe and click that bell if you want to have the future readings, but also the studio's nearly done and we're going to be taking this Astroflower to a completely new level in this September period. So why not? In order to see all of that, you're going to have to subscribe and click that bell. In the meantime, if you're already supporting us, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it, your support, and really do appreciate you being here. In the meantime, Aries, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.